Hello. So today we're going to be talking about the chain rule. And the chain rule is important mainly for the fundamental theorem of calculus when we're in calculus, but has many uses in differential equations and so on. So what the chain rule says is that if I have f of g of x, that's equal to f prime of g of x times g prime of x. That is, we take the outside function, take its derivative, and then multiply it by the inside function's derivative. So for our first example, let's look at the derivative of sine of x squared. So our outer function is sine, that's our f. Our inner function is x squared, that's our g. So when we take its derivative, the derivative of sine is cosine, and we multiply that by the derivative of x squared. So we get 2x cosine of x squared. For our next example, let's look at the derivative with respect to x of sine of x, except sine of x is squared now instead of the x. So let's look at this a little bit more procedurally and actually write down what f and g are, and then take its derivatives, and then it's just a plug and chug into the formula. So our outer function is going to be x squared. That's what's happening to the whole thing. And our inner function, the thing that it's happening to, is just sine of x. Now the derivative of x squared is 2x, and the derivative of sine of x is cosine of x. So that's going to tell us that f of g of x is going to be 2 sine x, right? It's 2g of x, which is 2 sine x. Now let's plug it into our formula. So f prime of g of x is going to be 2 sine x, and then g prime of x is cosine of x. And if we remember our basic trigonometry, we know that this is an identity, and 2 sine x cosine of x is equal to sine of 2x. Now for our final example, we're going to look at a trickier function. We're going to look at the tangent of sine squared of x and take that derivative. So this is a little trickier because it's a function in a function in a function. So we're going to have to use the chain rule twice on this. So the derivative of tangent is secant squared. So it's secant squared of sine squared x times the derivative of sine squared x. Now we just did the derivative of sine squared of x. And we know that that is 2 sine x cos x, or sine of 2x. So when we make that substitution, we get that the derivative of tangent of the sine squared of x is equal to secant squared of sine squared of x times the sine of 2x. And we're done. Thank you for watching.